So I thought today we'd focus on a piece that I found from the Reuters Institute of Oxford University, Journalism, Media, and Technology Trends and Predictions for 2022. So if we come down to part 2 of the bullet points from this, audience strategies and publisher innovations, well, one of the really big innovations is more resources into audio and newsletters in 2022. And if we look at this, podcast and digital audio accounts for 80%, email newsletters 70%, digital video 63%, and some of the smaller ones in the AR are in the smaller ones. So this is where a lot of publishers are seeing where they think their money should go in investment and innovation. And once again, one of those is audio. Going to jump back over to my bullet points here. The summary from the article on this particular point is growing consumption of digital audio has been a trend for a few years, driven by a combination of smartphones, better headphones, and investment in podcasts and platforms like Spotify, Google, and Amazon. But in the last year, we've seen the rapid development of a much wider range of digital formats, such as audio articles, flash briefings, and audio messages, along with live formats such as social audio. Taking this as a jumping off point, I wanted to open this up to everybody here to comment on interactions with customers, personal interactions with any of these services, any news articles that may relate to this that you've seen, anything that demonstrates that this is indeed part of what we may be seeing developing over the next year. Maybe that's a good place to start, is just to break down this one big point into some of its smaller points. So growing consumption of digital audio has been a trend for a few years. I think you guys would say that that has definitely been a focus of our hometown. We've been implementing audio features for at least the past year plus. Is that correct, guys?
Right.
We've been doing it for a little over 2 years, haven't we?
A little over 2 years, absolutely. And obviously, everyone's got a smartphone. Everybody's either going to AirPods. So all of these technological hardware innovations have made it much more engaging, I think, for users to consume content through these platforms, which they mentioned like Spotify, Google, and Amazon.
Christopher, could you kind of give us a couple of examples? You have flash briefings and audio messages. Social audio, I'm assuming, is like TikTok.
Let's jump back over to the original article where they actually go through a few of these in more depth with some images, because I personally have not used any of these services, but they do talk about some of the beta testing that the social platforms have been using. So audio messaging is where you can like leave little audio snippets on Facebook. I think you can do that on a lot of, like leaving a video voicemail on your Google Voice and things like that.
Right. I think Apple integrated audio text messages a couple of years back as well.
So that may be specifically what this is pointing to, is instead of just a text message coming through SMS, we've had image messages for a while, so why not a little audio snippet of a 15 or 20 second news update? So the implications for journalism, and this is specifically with kind of the social audio things, they say it offers better opportunities for both engagement and monetization that they can get through similar investments in text and video. Do you guys agree with that? That an audio version of an article is more engaging than a text version?
I would agree with that. I mean, there's some times where you can read, and it's quiet and you have that focus. But then there's other times where you have a lot going on, sometimes being read to. And sometimes I'm guilty of this. I actually have the audio player while I'm reading to help me focus on what I'm doing. That helps. So I definitely see the value and engagement.
Amazon actually has a feature called Whisper Sync, where when you're reading a book on your Kindle, you can basically have it sync up to the audio version of the same novel or whatever. So some people really do enjoy that kind of simultaneous input of a visual and auditory input. The next point was a sub-point that I had pointed out before. Can I say point more times in a single sentence? So this next point I would like to highlight is more publishers are looking to become audio destinations of their own. With audio becoming more central, the battle is on between competing platforms and publishers to control the full customer experience. And this, I think, is what ties really nicely, and I'll put a link to the Our Hometown demo of our new audio app features being highlighted on one of our publishers' apps. But from what I saw, that app now contains all of the newspaper's content, be it text, be it advertising, be it managing subscriptions, but also being all of the audio and ways to manage the audio into playlist experiences. We've got curated playlists on there, and that seems to be a real cutting edge that Clark County is basically, they are shooting way past the curve in how early they're implementing something like this.
Right. And I think another big point to hit about that is the main reason this is happening is the audio is getting higher engagement, and you want to make sure that that engagement is happening on a platform you control. That way you're getting the subscriber and ad revenue from it, as opposed to a podcast platform where you're at best splitting revenue with the platform holder.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There's no 30% cut when you're hosting all of your own audio content through a third party, which is Our Hometown's audio articles feature can be implemented on any website, third party through an RSS feed, which can then generate all of the content, all of the audio content, so that you get the interface, the audio playlist interface. And that's what is recently been implemented into the iOS and Android app for Clark County.
Today in News Tech, the podcast covering innovation in digital journalism. You can follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and subscribe on YouTube or any of your favorite podcast apps. We'll see you tomorrow.
At Our Hometown, we help newspapers build WordPress websites, design native apps, and develop digital subscription models. If you are interested in a free prototype of your publication on WordPress, go to ourhometown.com and click the Contact Us button.